How's it going, everybody? Scarf Chomp Gaming, and I'd just like to start the video off by thanking everyone who's hit that subscribe button. You guys are awesome. We broke the goal of 150 subscribers, so that's great. Really appreciate it. Shooting for 250 now. Let's see if we can get there. Like I said, really appreciate the subs, appreciate the feedback, and the Pokemon suggestions. You guys are doing awesome, and I like to hear what you guys have to say. With that, today's team focuses on an interesting Kangaskhan I ran into. This is not my idea, but I did come across it. Silk Scarf, Fake Out, Last Resort. After you use Fake Out, you can use Last Resort. It's awesome. It has like 168 base power with the Silk Scarf. And then you get Stab, of course, so it hits really hard. And then we just kind of back Kangaskhan up with some pretty good Pokemon. Urshifu, obviously, Durant, Scarf Hydrogen, Azumarill, and Tangrowth. It was kind of our defensive tank there. Azumarill's pretty basic, you've seen it. Durant, pretty common, you've seen it. It's got our only electric coverage. Hydrogen is a pretty standard Scarf set that you're going to run up against. It uses U-turn to scout. And then Urshifu is one we've used quite a few times. Team's pretty fun to use. There's the rental code down below. Make sure you use it if you are interested in this team. And with that, we will jump into the battles. We got an opponent here, and looking at this team, we're going to bring Kangaskhan, Urshifu, and Durant. We're just going to overwhelm our opponent with power here. Obviously, kind of a meme Eeveelution team, but honestly, those teams can be good too, so we'll have to see here what we're working with. I really hope they lead with Jolteon. I really hope Umbreon is not the lead. As long as Umbreon isn't the lead, I think we'll be set. Leafeon and Umbreon can stay in the back, and I think we'll take on a... Flareon's kind of bulky too, but I think Kangaskhan can Fake Out and then Last Resort. Our opponent's taking their time here. I think we've faced a Eeveelution team before on the channel. Maybe not, I can't remember. But as long as they really don't lead Umbreon, I think we're okay. Alright, and it's Glaceon. And we're going to do what we do best, and that's Fake Out. Everyone knows it's coming. Even probably our opponent. They might switch to Umbreon here. I would. If I brought it. They don't. Kangaskhan fakes out. And with that amount of damage, I'm pretty sure Last Resort will KO, and I think we move first. I don't remember Glaceon's speed tier. Yep, we move first, so here comes Last Resort. And now goes Glaceon. And now we're locked into Last Resort. In comes Espeon. I think we can one-shot this, right? What's Espeon gonna do? Is Espeon gonna Dynamax? No Dynamax, goes for Size Shock. Then almost takes us out. That did a lot. Here comes our Last Resort. And we take out Espeon. Just too powerful. And there's no point in us Dynamaxing. Because Last Resort does the same power as Max Strike. Alright, and the last Pokemon is Leafeon. We might be faster. Shy Shock did a lot of damage, though. We are not faster. And Leafeon's going to use Bolt Seed here. And it gets a crit on the first one. Not that it mattered, I think we were dead. Anyway. So Kangaskhan does what Kangaskhan needs to do. You get to see the power of Last Resort. Any Papa Roach fans, you'll appreciate it. And we're just going to win the game with max Flutterby here. Or at least we should, right? At least we should. And I don't think our opponent was quite ready for that Kangaskhan. And some people know about it, and they'll bring something with like a Rocky helmet, and you're screwed. But like Tangrowth completely walls us. Yeah, if you're not ready for that last resort, you're not gonna win. All right, we're gonna Dynamax Durant. And if they're Dynamaxing, we are faster. Which they are, so we should go first. I expect a KO unless it's sashed. We'll see here. Max guard, so our opponent's just gonna stall out. Whatever, dude. That is definitely your win condition to just keep max guarding. And hope that it works. What do you got, 50% chance for it to work this time? Okay, you don't do it. I imagine we'll either take it down to Sash. Oh, we don't. Impressive. However, we do lower the special attack. We do activate a weakness policy, though. We could be in trouble. Here comes a Max Quake. I think we'll survive this. Even at the +2. Well, yeah, we do. Never mind. Alright, Leafeon's special defense rises. I'm just going to go for a Max Rockfall. I know it's going to Max Guard. And our opponent just cancels the battle. Okay, they could have Max Guarded and played out our hustle. But we still had our Shifu with Aqua Jet. I definitely would be looking up speeds, though. Alright, and Kangaskhan will lead us to a victory. Alright. Pretty good looking team from our opponent here. Man, we could really be in some trouble. We'll bring Kangaskhan. Bring our Shifu since there's 2 normal types. And then probably Hydrogen. Alright, and Miltank is the lead from our opponent. And Kangaskhan is the lead from us. Alright, here comes the fake out. Now, I can't remember. Miltanks are pretty physically defensive, right? Yeah, I'd say that's relatively physically defensive. We might need to look out here. Did it not take... Should it have taken burn damage, or does it not take it turn 1? It's probably gonna Dynamax. Yeah. Nope, no Dynamax. Decade. And does that just KO? Nope. Okay, we're fine. Here comes Last Resort. And we take it into the red. However, we have no way to protect ourselves. I don't want to I don't necessarily want to sacrifice anybody. I think our Shifu can survive. Since Kangaskhan survived that much, I think our Shifu should be able to. I think we want to save Kangaskhan for later. There comes the Facade. I know that's not how it's pronounced. Facade. For everyone who's going to correct me later. Alright, there's the Aqua Jet. We'll just take it out right now. Alright, and in comes Rotom Wash. We'll just hit a close combat. Honestly, I'm just concerned with doing damage at this point. Close combat does fine damage. Alright, Rotom goes for Thunderbolt. That's fine. It's super effective on Urshifu, which is to be expected. Alright, and Kangaskhan will come in. Now, the last Pokemon's Charizard, I think we might lose. We'll obviously go for the Fake Out. Now, they could Dynamax here. Yeah, I was going to say, however, I don't think that's a very good play. Alright, there's the Fake Out. Ooh, which activates a Citrus Berry. So not ideal. Because now, I'm not so sure Last Resort can KO. It possibly can. We know it's not Scarfed, so we'll outspeed. Let's see how much Last Resort does. Just not quite enough to KO. And here comes the Thunderbolt. But we do survive. So, Last Resort. We'll take out Rotom here. And Blastoise is the last Pokemon. Well, here comes the Last Resort. I almost wonder if we should have Dynamaxed. Alright, Blastoise goes for the Aqua Jet. That's a good play. And it does take us out. Good to know that it's physical Blastoise. Because that means we're going to be lowering some attack here. So it might not have an Ice Beam. And Kangaskhan does what we need it to do. And obviously we're going to Dynamax Hydrogen here. And expect a Shell Smash from Blastoise. Here's the Max Wormwind, which will lower his attack with. And take him into red HP. There's the -1. Here comes the Shell Smash. And as long as it doesn't have Ice Beam, we should be fine. And yeah, we'll go for another Max Wormwind. Almost makes you wonder if we should have withdrew Kangaskhan there. I don't think Blastoise. I think Blastoise has enough HP where it wouldn't matter. So Blastoise is moving first. Question is, does it have an Ice type move? It does. So we will lose. We actually survive. So we will win. Pretty rough outing for our opponent there. And we'll take down Blastoise. I really thought for sure we would win, but we'll have to check and see if that was a physical type move or a special type ice move. Because if it was physical, then the Max Wormwind definitely saved us. We'll have to check. We got a rain team, and I think Kangaskhan here. We're not really set up well for a rain team. Durant, and then Tangrowth. And the reason we're choosing these, Kangaskhan obviously because it's awesome lead. And then Durant because it has the Thunder Fang for the Max Lightning. And Tangrowth because it's Grass type, obviously. I imagine our opponent is going to go Politoed, Kingdra, Ludicolo. In that order. I have no idea. But that's probably what I would bring. They could also bring Primarina. Hydrogen is kind of worthless in the rain because Kingdra will outspeed and KO. Alright, and our opponent leads Urshifu. And one thing I do know is that it's going to want to close combat. Now it might Dynamax Max Knuckle. If that's the case, we might be in trouble. I did not think about that. No Dynamax, so we're fine. Great play by us, as always. Gonna switch into Tangrowth. And the close combat is coming. Don't let anyone tell you it's not. And we should absorb this. Oh, a U-turn. Okay, that's fine. Respectable damage. The Rocky Helmet does a lot. And I'm betting this is Politoed. Would you look at that? It's Politoed. Alright, Politoed's Drizzle. It's going to make it rain. We'll just go for a Giga Drain. And it carries Ice Beam. This probably KOs, to be honest with you. 3 HP. Perfect. We'll hit our Giga Drain. And we do good damage. And Politoed's going to switch out here. Yeah, the eject button is good. That way it can set rain at a later date. Alright. And our opponent actually goes into Ludicolo. We really can't touch Ludicolo, but we will protect just to kind of hopefully stall out a Dynamax turn. Just to see what it wants to go with here. And since we're a generator, I'm going to pull back. And I think we'll go into Durant. There's the Ice Beam, which doesn't do much. I imagine it's going to try and Dynamax here. How many turns of rain? 1 turn of rain left. So I think if we swap into Tangrowth here to absorb this Max Geyser, I think that's our best play. I think Durant gets taken out by a Max Geyser for sure. Alright, and so they actually withdraw as well into Urshifu, so this works out pretty great for us. And back in comes Tangrowth. The rain has stopped. We're going to Leech Seed whatever comes in. This might be a bad play due to Ludicolo. But Ludicolo coming in doesn't set the rain. Alright, and it is Politoed here. So Politoed's going to set the rain. That's perfectly fine. We're going to use Leech Seed here. And we're going to snap some of that HP back. And I'm just going to go for another Giga Drain here because I'm sick of Politoed. Our opponent's best play is to withdraw. And they stay in and go for the Scald. Probably thinking that we would withdraw. Gets the burn, which is annoying, just for the fact that they got it. Politoed goes down. So now all we have to do is stall out some rain turns, and we should be sitting pretty good. I mean, not in an ideal spot, but not in the worst spot. I imagine Ludicolo comes in at this point. Yep, there's Ludi. Alright, we'll obviously protect. I think Ludicolo is going to no Dynamax. Alright, so all we're doing is stalling out this rain, which means 2 more turns. So I think if we can protect again, we're in good shape. We'll go for it again. And we get it. So we're in an amazing position here, because the rain is going to end this turn. I'm just going to go for the Leech Seed. And I think our opponent has to realize that the rain is going to end. Goes for Hydro Pump. Okay, that's actually pretty smart. Because it probably... Well, it still could probably KO us. Yep, it does. Okay. So I think that's a win now. We can just bring in Durant here. And we outspeed everything. And Durant should win this for us. Yeah, we'll just hit a max Flutterby. So the double protect actually wins us the game. Our opponent would have been smart to swap out, maybe. Maybe not. So paying attention to the weather there is going to win this one for us. And what our opponent's going to want to do here is Max Geyser. But hopefully they're not even alive to hit this. Now, however, really cool saving grace is it is at full HP. But Max Flutterby is pretty strong. I don't remember really cool being the most defensive Pokemon, so there's a win there. And Kangaskhan doesn't really do much this match, but you'll have that. And in comes Urshifu, and lucky for Urshifu, we have an answer as well with Max Lightning. So we stall out the weather. Tangrowth makes some good plays. It is Choice Scarfed, which is good to know, and it did lock itself into the correct move. So that kind of got a little scary, but we manage, and Urshifu goes down. So a little bit of outplaying there by our opponent, or by us onto our opponent, and that allows us to pick up the win. And kind of a scary rain team there. We do not match up well. Alright guys, well that was the battle, or the battles. Let me know what you think about Kangaskhan and Last Resort. It's definitely interesting. I think it's pretty cool, and if your opponent really doesn't have an answer for it, you can just start sweeping. But a lot of people will. Rocky Helmet destroys you. Anything defensive is you got to pivot around. But yeah, if your opponent is prepared for it and isn't super defensive, you can just sweep them, really. It's really good. Other than that, let me know what you guys think. We're getting really close to the release of the Crown of Tundra, so really looking forward to that. We'll get some gameplay. I'll do some footage of that, and then obviously we'll have new battle teams. Like I said, subscribers, we're getting a lot. The channel's growing. I think we grew 60 in the last 28 days, which is awesome. So thanks everybody for hitting that subscribe button, and everybody that's been coming in and leaving comments and stuff like that. Awesome. Other than that, that's the team. Kangaskhan isn't, you can't lone wolf it, but you can set yourself up pretty well. You need some support from some pretty strong Pokemon like Durant or Hydrogen, but otherwise it's fun to use, and it's nice to spice it up a little bit with Kangaskhan. Other than that, let me know what you guys think, and yeah, we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.